What's up guys, Caterpie here, back with a long awaited Pokemon how-to video. If you guys are hyped for this how-to video, leave a like below, subscribe, do what you gotta do. If you are hyped for the series coming back, let me know if you want to see more, let me know. Today, we are talking about the stall team. Stall teams are all over Showdown, they've taken over. They seem to be all over the place. They made Quagsire and Amoonguss OU for peep's sake. So this video is going to be how to beat the stall team. Now, of course, the common stall mods, you can see a stall team here that I have. Mega Slowbro, Clefable, Chansey, Talonflame, Tentacruel, Chestnut. Of course, you can see Mega Sableye, Quagsire, Amoonguss, Skarmory. So, this video is going to be how to beat the dreaded stall team, and tips that I use when I face them to beat them myself. So to start, one mod I really like against stall teams is Thundurus. I like Thundurus because of Prankster. Prankster lets you get ahead of those stall mods. So your Mega Sableyes, your Amoongus's, it can be useful. Item doesn't matter right now. You can pretty much do any item you want except Assault Vest. Usually a Life Orb or a leftover set. Maybe a Yakuberry. Whatever you want. The reason I want Thundurus is because of the moves it has to break these stall breakers. You can see down below Grass Knot. Grass Knot can body Quagsire. Can body it, do a lot of damage on that. So there's one counter. Also, it gets typo, do I know my keyboard? Gets knockoff. For the Chanseys, getting the items off the stall breakers are such an important thing to do. Also gets superpower if you want to run a physical Thundurus. Against the Chanseys, you can run the Thunderbolts. Against your Skarmories, your Molamolas, whatever you want to do. And of course, you got the powerful move in Taunt. Taunt helps you out so much against the stall breakers, prevents them from getting up stall moves. Thundurus could also taunt a taunting Talonflame. That kind of stuff could prevent the hazards from coming up. Also gets, of course, no flying stab, but gets hidden power flying. Could hit hard with the Life Orb on an Amoonguss. Not really, because those are specially defensive, but you get what I mean. It's just so diverse. Also, it gets Astipot. If you want to run the sub setup variant, those are also good against the stall teams. You want to pick diverse mobs. Another mob you can do is a Sylveon. Sylveon, of course, could be a stall mod itself, but just because it can hit hard. Usually if you want to run Sylveon to wall break, you gotta run either a Specs or a Scarf. Because of the pixelate, how hard it can hit with a Hyper Voice. Of course the Mega Sableye standing no chance. Where's Hyper Voice? Down here. You could run a Magic Coat Sylveon to bounce back some hazards. They wouldn't be expecting that at all. You could do Toxic them to stall right back. Sometimes the best way to beat stall is with stall itself. Hidden Power Fire if you're facing a Ferrothorn, Baton Pass to get out into the mons you need. And of course, it gets one of my favorite moves, Psyshock. So of course, Psyshock, good. It gets the Chanseys, and I believe it gets Heal Bell. The thing with stall teams, you need something to get rid of status moves because they're gonna try to cripple you down. So I like Heal Bell. Heal Bell is a good mon. Now, the next mon to do for a stall breaking team is a couple choices. You could do Bisharp, like Bisharp, just because of SD, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, can hit hard with the Life Orb with that 125 base attack. Or, if you want, you could go Tyranitar. People forget about Tyranitar. Choice Scarf, Choice Band. I like Tyranitar because you can Pursuit Trap. Pursuit Trap against Stall teams is also something you need to watch out if you want to do. Because you can Pursuit Trap, get that extra damage, prevent them from switching into the stalling mods that they also want to come at with. Like Tyranitar too, because you could get up the rocks, you can play around, do what you gotta do against the stall team. You gotta be able to make predictions, you gotta be on your feet, because stall teams like to run the wish and switch game. So you predict which mod you think is coming out. So Pursuit is something that can always help. Another mod I like, just because of the move, is Heatran. Granted, Heatran doesn't perform well against some of the stall mods. However, one move that it does get is Magma Storm. I like Magma Storm because it will trap the opponent in for 4 to 5 turns. So I believe even against a Quagsire, Magma Storm with that damage after it's trapped can do some work on it. Could be about a 2 or 3 hit KO. If you're able to trap the stall mons, not letting them switch out, you can kill them that much faster. So we got 4 mons right now. Another one you can do, of course you could do Setup Sweeper and Azumarill. I would not recommend the Setup Sweepers against all teams, just because most of them run the Unaware variant, so your setup is for none. One new mod that I like, that's kind of turning into a stall breaker, or I was going to say Volcanion. Even Volcanion has its weaknesses, but you pop a choice specs on them, it can hit hard. Where's Volcanion? Volcanion right down here. Of course, being a stall breaker with that choice specs. Base 130 before the specs. Steam Eruption, Flamethrower, Sludge Wave, those type of moves. Also going back to the Pursuit Trappers, there's Weavile. It's kind of frail though, that's why it doesn't like Weavile. Especially if it gets Thunder Wave, then it's eh. There was one mod I really liked. Kyurem. I like Kyurem because of Terravolt. Take away the abilities, so you get those unawares having no effect, so you could Sword Stance, or run a set of Kyurem Bark if you want to. Prevents Dirty, which is also important. Prevents Magic Bounce, which is important. So just being able to neutralize the abilities of the stall mods is important. I'm not sure on Regenerator mods if it prevents the regenerate when it switches out. So if you know that, please tell me down below. And to finish, sometimes you just gotta stall back. So you can run your own Chansey on the team. But something I really like is you gotta have a hard-hitting Mega. You have to have a hard-hitting Mega. Just because it will set the tone for your team. So there's a couple ones you could go with. You know all the Megas by now. You know what to do. The thing is, just be well-rounded. Venusaur is a nice stall trapper. I like Venusaur just because it kind of stalls itself, but can Toxic, Leech Seed, any Poison Mon really, or Steel Mons, because you can switch in unpredicted Will-O-Wisp just because, excuse me, usually they're not physical Venusaurs. Or you could come in, neutralize a Toxic, be in good shape there. You could also Leech Seed, especially going against a Chansey. Leech Seed Chansey, go into a mon with low HP just because of how much Leech Seed will suck away from the Chansey. Even though it's proportional for everybody, because it has so much HP, it will fill you up with HP very fast. So I like Venusaur. So this is my stall breaking team. If I were to make one against 6 stall mons I was expecting, these would be the 6 I would bring in all honesty. So that's what I would do. It's been another Pokemon how-to video, how to break the stall. If you have your own recommendations on how to break the stall, please do so down below. That's how I would. I appreciate all feedback. For future how-to videos, leave a comment down below on what I should do. This is Bandit Caterpie signing off, reminding you that Caterpie can one-hit KO a Hoopa Unbound.